What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update today, 2021, as well as the next two upcoming packages, the physical infrastructure package known as the American Jobs Plan, and the next stimulus package known as the American Families Plan, as well as what is going on in the world today. We got multiple different stimulus items to discuss here today in this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates. I will keep you up to date, and you're going to literally see multiple different stimulus programs that could put thousands of dollars in your pocket in this video. Also, if you can hit the like button for us, it really helps out our channel. Okay, first up, breaking news. Facebook says that former President Donald Trump to remain banned from the Facebook and Instagram platforms. Facebook owns Instagram for at least 2 years, starting effective from January 7th. We had news yesterday, maybe it was yesterday, that Donald Trump's Facebook page had appeared reopened. But no, Facebook has officially come out and said that his page will remain banned for at least 2 years. Okay, next up, we have had literally thousands of people down below in the comments say that they have got rent assistance, where they literally got their rent paid for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, or even more. And we're going to be seeing a lot more of these programs, as well as state stimulus checks, county stimulus checks, and city stimulus checks, depending on how the states, cities, and counties want to spend this money, whether it's going to be mortgage and rental assistance, property tax assistance, or utility assistance programs, or straight up stimulus checks like California is doing right now and New Jersey has proposed. There's $350 billion going out to states and cities and counties right now, and your states will be included. All 50 states will be included. In fact, let me know down below in the comments if you got rent assistance or mortgage assistance here within the past year and how much you got and what state you're from. It will help our viewers kind of gauge who's gotten what, and that this stuff is really true. You'll literally see dozens of comments down below saying yes. I've seen some just in the last few days of people saying I got $5,000 in rental assistance, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, first up, a viewer commented on this yesterday. Illinois has up to $25,000 in rent assistance available right now. This new program just opened up in the last week or two. So if you're from Illinois and you said, our governor will never do anything, again, all 50 states are going to be doing this here in new rounds, new money, up to $25,000 available. You can see here the Illinois rental payment program opened on Monday. And the program will cover up to 12 months of missed rent and up to 3 months of future rent, providing a maximum of 15 months of financial relief or $25,000 in federal funding. As of Monday, the governor said that $1.5 billion of rental relief serves as a gradual transition ahead of the end of the state eviction moratorium, which is set to expire in August for the state of Illinois. The city of Chicago also has its own rental assistance programs in addition to the Illinois one for an additional $80 million. So Illinois and Chicago both have their own rental assistance programs. Michigan Governor Whitmer has pitched an interesting plan that will allow people to work part-time and yet still keep their unemployment benefits if passed. The governor says, we want to make sure we are giving people all of the incentives to get back to work so that they can take care of themselves and their families and not forego other opportunities that can help them get back on their feet. You see, a lot of states are just taking away help for people who are struggling. We don't think that makes a lot of sense in this environment. She says, as we continue to take steps to jumpstart our economy, we need to have a real conversation about putting Michigan back to work with better jobs and bigger paychecks. Under the Michigan Economic Jumpstart Plan, we can harness these once-in-a-lifetime economic opportunities and channel it to raise wages, invest in small businesses, and uplift families. Michigan Governor Whitmer is also calling for stimulus money to be spent on $15 an hour wages and an unemployment transition, which is what we just talked about, in an effort to get Michigan legislators to move forward on allocating Michigan's $18.8 billion in stimulus funding. This plan will include a grant program offering small business funds for 3 months to help bring hourly wages to $15 an hour. As you can see here, the state is getting half of their money. A lot of these states are getting half of their allotted money. So Michigan is getting nearly $11 billion in total, but right now is only getting half of the money, as they will be expected to show the federal government how they're using these stimulus funds. And remember, there's a new provision in this third stimulus check package that says that this money going to states, cities, and counties, they have to use this money on programs like this that gives money back to the people. Each state, county, and city gets their own ways on how they determine. Some of these are doing, back to work programs or minimum wage raises. Some of these programs are doing stimulus checks, like the California state stimulus check for $600 that is now going to be expanded to about 25 million people in California. Some of them are doing additional rounds of mortgage assistance, rental assistance, property tax assistance, and utility assistance, as well as New York, who just announced a $3.5 billion stimulus program for rent assistance and for small businesses, as you can see here, that just opened up on June 1st, as well as $800 million for small businesses in the state of New York. So I will put some links for you down below in the description of this video to how you can find rental assistance and mortgage assistance help in all 50 states, as well as I'll link the New York program as well with a direct link for that. If you're looking for other ways to do this, you can go to Google and type in your state rent assistance or your county rent assistance. A lot of them are on county levels, as well as you can call the phone number 211. But when you call the phone number 211, just be aware that you're going to talk to a random person every given time. And a lot of times it feels like you just get a person that has no idea what you're talking about. And sometimes you might call and get a person who's very helpful and actually knows about these different programs. By the way, that's why I like to show you all these different things on the screen. So for example, when you see this here, literally from the New York governor's direct webpage, that he announced $3.5 billion in rental assistance and small business assistance, like, it's real, right? Because I'm literally showing it to you here on the screen with the details. So this stuff is not made up, because honestly, you could call the phone number 211 and that person could say, that's completely made up. There's no such thing. I've never heard of such a thing. And like they just said, it's just that they have never heard of it, so they really don't know about it. Honestly, the average everyday person, if you went out on the street or if you talked to 10 family members, if they didn't watch this show, they would have no idea about these different stimulus programs, these state stimulus checks, unless they physically got one. Then they're like, oh, hey, now I know about it. These state stimulus checks that are going to be coming available, this mortgage assistance, rental assistance, property tax assistance, utility assistance. I mean, if you literally get your rent paid for 12 months, it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's more than just a $1,400 stimulus check, right? It's like getting a $1,400 stimulus check every single month. So a lot of these programs literally pay more money than the regular old everyday stimulus check that you might think about. And most people don't even know about these programs, especially that emergency broadband one for $50 off, which you can apply for directly at getemergencybroadband.org. Just go directly to that website and you can still apply for this, and you can get $50 off your internet bill per month. By the way, I do need to mention that this does count for some cell phone bills as well. I've seen some comments on that, and you can get up to $75 per month if your household is on a tribal land, and a one-time discount of $100 off for laptop, tablets, or desktop computers. Again, the website to apply is getemergencybroadband.org. Senator Bernie Sanders says what stimulus checks meant for the people. 43% of people have financial instability that fell. Families' food shortages fell by 42%. Anxiety and depression fell by 20%. And yes, the government can and should continue to address the needs of working people by passing more stimulus checks, not just the 1%. And a lot of times when I read these tweets from these different senators and stuff, the top comment is always so either funny or interesting. This top comment here is from Austin and the Filibuster Higbee. Sounds like somebody who would watch this show, right? He says, let's make monthly recurring stimulus checks for $1,000 per month for those making under $75,000 salary a thing. There's no reason why we can't put in this safety net with no strings attached to qualify. And that is basically what Senator Bernie Sanders is saying. Yes, government can and should continue to address the needs of the working people. And that $1,000 monthly stimulus check package that that guy was talking about has been introduced in the House of Representatives by led by Representative Jayapal, who is the leader of the Democratic Progressive Caucus in the House, which is about half of all the members in the U.S. House of Representatives. That is for a $2,000 one-time stimulus check, and then followed by $1,000 monthly recurring payments that would actually go until 1 year after the pandemic is declared over. So at least 12 months of $1,000 stimulus checks. Senator Bernie Sanders, who is in charge of the Senate budget reconciliation process, as well as Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, are both part of the 28 different Senate Democrats, which is more than half of the senators from the Democratic side in the Senate, that are in favor of monthly recurring stimulus checks to be included in Biden's next infrastructure package bill or the next stimulus package bill. This is the bill that they're in favor of, which is for $2,000 monthly stimulus checks, although this one would go until the pandemic is declared over, so maybe 6 months, give or take. President Biden, via White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, just said yesterday that they have left the door open to a fourth stimulus check payment, and that if Congress wants to include a fourth stimulus check, that the White House is okay with this, and basically that Congress can put this in the next stimulus package, which is really what we're seeing from all these different Democratic lawmakers that are pushing for a fourth stimulus check, including Senator Bernie Sanders. We're also seeing colleges use part of their stimulus funds, as yes, states, cities, and counties got money, but colleges and schools also got money as well from the various different stimulus packages. And more colleges are canceling student debt on a specific college level using President Biden's stimulus funds from the third stimulus check package. And we are starting to see more and more headlines like Wilberforce University is wiping away more than $375,000 of student loan debt. And Elizabeth City State University in North Carolina just announced that it will be wiping out $286,000 in student loan debt as well. Other schools are announcing debt-free enrollment options. Dartmouth College announced this week that it would be eliminating student loans for families earning less than $125,000 per year or less. Our next step is to try to increase it to $150,000. And more local leaders, state leaders, and congressmen are pushing President Biden to cancel student loans on a massive basis. Now, President Biden has also already done 3 mini rounds of student loan debt cancellation for $2.3 billion and also pausing interest garnishments and repayment penalties to millions of people. But in addition to that, we're seeing different colleges on the state level cancel student loan debt. And the White House Education Secretary, Miguel Cardona, was supposed to be looking into student loan debt cancellation and whether or not the president can do it on a presidential executive order. Well, that was on April 1st. And there's almost no way that he hasn't figured this out yet, the education secretary. So in my opinion, it's almost a certainty that he's gotten back to President Biden and they've discussed what they want to do. I'm pretty sure, well, I shouldn't say I'm pretty sure. I should say my opinion is I think the president will do at least $10,000 of student loan debt forgiveness through executive order, because the president himself has said multiple different times he's willing to do $10,000 of student loan debt forgiveness. But Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and AOC and Elizabeth Warren and multiple other Democrats want him to do more like $50,000 of student loan debt forgiveness because, well, nowadays a single year of college can cost $50,000 in some situations. Now, whether he's going to do $10,000 or $50,000, I really don't have any leanings either way. I mean, if I had to pick one, I'd probably say he'd go with the $10,000. He has in the past said he didn't want to go as high as 50,000, but if he could go somewhere in the middle, or if it's his mind changed and he's been convinced to go up to $50,000, well, we'll have to see. But I personally think they're kind of waiting for the next stimulus package and the next infrastructure to pass, because he says he's waiting on the education secretary, but it's been like 2 months since then. So they almost certainly know what the education secretary. I mean, he works at the White House, right? So I'm sure they've talked about it, and I think they're going to wait for this next stimulus package to pass and then do more student loan debt via presidential executive order. Like I said, the Democrats have a little bit over a year to get all these things done on their agenda, including Social Security raises, student loan forgiveness, Medicare expansion to include these additional Medicare benefits and lower the Medicare eligibility age, and pass another round of stimulus checks and Social Security raises. All they have to do all this within the next year or so to before they go up for the next midterm elections. Because again, if they lose even just a single vote in the Senate, they could lose control of the Senate. So they need to really get all this stuff done within the next year. So there's going to be a lot of stuff in these next two packages, the physical infrastructure package, but really more so the next stimulus package named the American Families Plan. I also think that when they do the mass round of student loan debt forgiveness, I think we're then going to see the Democrats push for other types of debt forgiveness for people who didn't get the student loan forgiveness. Because again, if you listen to what the Democrats say, they just want everything to be fair. They want the rich to pay their fair share. They want to bring up poverty. They want to set a minimum floor for Social Security, which is a huge raise. So if you kind of listen to what they're saying, it would only make sense that after they pass student loan debt forgiveness, that there's going to be a big charge or big momentum for other types of debt forgiveness for people who didn't get the student loan debt forgiveness. They can easily do mortgage debt forgiveness and IRS tax forgiveness because the government owns both of those. The government owns the majority of loans through Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. But they also could do credit card debt forgiveness and medical debt forgiveness or other types of debt forgiveness through a stimulus package and literally just pay those off for people. So if they do $10,000 of student loan debt forgiveness, I think we'll then see the push for $10,000 of other types of debt forgiveness for people who didn't qualify for the student loan debt forgiveness. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'll be keeping you up to date on everything. President Biden is supposed to be meeting with the Republican negotiator today over the negotiations over these next two packages. So I'll keep you up to date here with everything. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can click this video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And you can click this video here to see how to start your own business selling products on the Amazon FBA platform. I've already had dozens of students that have replaced their 9-to-5 income by selling products on Amazon FBA, and I teach them how to do that. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.